Hey, Mr. Foster. This is my fourth and final film review for this year, and for this film, I watched Goodfellas. My reason for watching Goodfellas was obviously we learned about some of it in class and some of the scenes, but I also already watched Godfather and thought it would be a good tie-in and kind of relation to it because I like that type of mafia movie. Basically, what happens in the movie, a guy grows up. He grows up in a loving household, a poor community, to where he finds his pleasure in a gang, the mafia, at a young age. And basically, his parents disown him. His dad beats him with a belt a bunch of times. But he doesn't care. He thinks the beatings are worth it. He says this in the movie. So he grows up and he continues to rank up in the mafia and becomes the top dog and has a wife and a girlfriend at the same time. So basically, just what you think of your average mafia member. Themes and messages that are in the film. Clearly, themes. What I saw is that I thought was kind of cool is how something was being shown on the screen while he was narrating behind the screen. So we never really had interactions. On the screen, we had more narrative things and themes. I also saw lots of kind of, I don't know how to say it, but he was kind of fly and gives to the younger community that would watch these movies. So it would appeal to teens and to people who like to live life outside the edge. But what about this film or its production is especially unique? I would also say the narrative behind it. And I feel like this movie is from The Godfather, which makes obviously The Godfather the best movie of all time. But I almost enjoyed this movie more than I enjoyed The Godfather, just because of how it gave like the whole life leading up to how he became the top dog in the mafia and how his story begins, not just like immediately jumping into what happened and stuff like that from The Godfather. Did this film evoke any films of the past or inspire any films in the future? Godfather came from that. There's a bunch of mafia movies now. This is AFI Top 100, so I know that this has evoked many movies now. Almost all the mafia movies are based after this. I think AFI considers this as one of the greatest movies of all time because of the narrative and just the overall theme of the movie, the overarching theme, and how the main character, portrays himself and kind of lives his daily life in a New York setting. And it, like I said, it appeals to people and people enjoy watching this, even though it's 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours, but it's enjoyable all the way through. And it gives great context into the life of this guy. My personal critiques, I love the movies. I love the movie. My takeaway from the movie is probably that the mafia I did not know as much about, and life in New York, and I liked kind of learning about what went on because I know this is probably based on a true story, and it says it was based on a true story. But my overall opinion is very positive, and I really like this movie. I would rank it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I wouldn't say it's a 5 because I felt like it could have been a little shorter with more packed, and also it had a lot of F words. But obviously that's gonna make the movie good because they're old Italians, so it's what they're gonna do. Um, but so yeah, I'd say that. And one final thing about this movie that I picked up on was kind of the filming. I wouldn't say the filming, but kind of the way the movie was filmed. Like certain scenes were set as like either in a bar or they were almost always drinking or smoking, gambling, obviously mafia. But one of the scenes that stuck out to me is when they were gambling and the young bartender didn't get him a drink, and then he stuck up to one of the mafia members, and this guy probably had rage issues. He's the head guy, shoots his foot, and just like it's an everyday thing. Killings is what makes them money, so it's dirty money. But that was probably my favorite scene and favorite thing from the movie. So yeah, that's my opinion and my review over the movie. Yeah, thank you.